Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about OpenAI adding mental health safeguards to ChatGPT because apparently it's feeding into users' delusions. It's telling them that they've got superpowers or that they're like the chosen one. Or
I think it's programmed to just, try to be helpful to the user, accommodate the user. That's why if you have ChatGPT trying to generate something for you, if they don't have the information, they'll make shit up or whatever because it's just programmed to please you, and take that as you will. So when you have people who have mental health issues and they might be delusional in some way, it's going to reaffirm that, which is not helpful.
Be like, yeah, sure, you're Jesus. Sure, does that make you happy to hear? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sure
and that's not helpful for some situations. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about speaking of making its users happy. Apparently, it's causing issues in relationships. People are using it as a marriage counselor, relationship counselor. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I don't know. I'm kind of sort of hoping that we'll have these next couple of years, people look back at them and be like, oh, that's when everybody went crazy with AI and they thought AI could fix everything and it couldn't.
You shouldn't be using ChatGPT to fix your relationships. That's what Reddit and I the asshole is for.
Oh yeah. You sent me one today. That was pretty funny. The Am I the Asshole? It was a guy told his wife that he didn't need Viagra. He was like, oh no, it's just because you're fat. You're fat. Am I the asshole for calling her fat? I'm like, are you still married? Do you still
have a dick?
Still have a dick? Anyway, let's talk about this. Before we get into any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
So yeah, it's come from Euro News, and we'll go out to Business Insider too. They have another one. OpenAI says ChatGPT shouldn't tell you to break up with someone, and this one's about mental health safeguards. So ChatGPT has faced criticism that it has failed to respond appropriately to vulnerable people experiencing mental or emotional distress. A 30-year-old man with autism was hospitalized for manic episodes and an emotional breakdown after ChatGPT reinforced his belief he had discovered a way to bend time.
See, that's sad because, for some people, they're very isolated. For some people, they don't have the social skills to have a lot of people around them or friends that could correct them. Or sometimes and it doesn't necessarily mean because you're autistic or just in general. And, you're so in your own world sometimes that if it's telling you what you want to hear, even if it's not true, you're going to listen to that because that's what you want to hear. And anybody who's telling you the truth, you're going to think is against you. And that's the problem with this ChatGPT is the fact that, one, it's giving people what they think is a friend, in quotes, instead of actual human friendship. And it's also convincing people, because it's programmed to please you, that you can do things that you can't do, or your delusions are correct when they're not correct, because it's what it's programmed to do. So they're going to have to do something about this.
Yeah, so this guy, just to give you a little background, because this is kind of fascinating. This might be a title of the video. ChatGPT told me I could bend time. The 30-year-old man on the autism spectrum had no previous diagnosis of mental illness. He asked ChatGPT to find flaws with his amateur theory on faster-than-light travel. He became convinced he had made a stunning scientific breakthrough. When Irwin questioned the chatbot's validation of his ideas, the bot encouraged him, telling him his theory was sound. And when Irwin showed signs of psychological distress, the chatbot assured him he was fine.
Well, right there, you're asking a chatbot if you're okay. That's for your first indication that you're not okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Shocker.
So he
wasn't fine.
They did no, he was hospitalized. They did a check on the bot, and the bot went on to admit that it gave the illusion of sentient companionship, and that it had blurred the line between imaginative roleplay and reality. What it should have done, ChatGPT said, was regularly remind Irwin that it's a language model without beliefs, feelings, or consciousness.
Right, but it was programmed to be a sentient companion, and there's an illusion of it. Yes, it's like if you would write things, and this is a problem people run into with like ChatGPT and stuff. If you don't watch it, it'll just make up shit. Like it'll make up quotes, it'll make up numbers, it'll make up. That's why you have to double check everything anymore, because, you know, sometimes these bots are running amok as far as like articles and stuff are concerned, and people don't check. And you need to check everything.
YouTube is completely littered with all these like fake videos of fake, like not even like, hey, we're bending the news. No, we're just making shit up. Like so and so died, or this is a big lawsuit going on with so and so and so and so, and oh my God,
it's like not real. Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein is alive. He didn't kill himself. Oh my God.
It's just running amok with making up stuff, and that's the problem with it. Because, you know, I know teachers now are doing this thing where they're hiding prompt in there, we're like making it white to match the background or whatever color the background is, because then if kids are using ChatGPT, it'll prompt it to do something or put words in it or something, and they can tell which kids are doing it, you know. So you can't trust it, and you especially can't expect ChatGPT to tell you the truth about things like, you know, am I mentally ill, you know, stuff like that. It's not going to tell you that.
Well, I mean, this happened with I can't remember the app. Was it Character AI where the kid killed himself?
Yeah, you were talking about that. And then they had the one where you had the necklace. Remember that one we talked about?
Oh, the friend
that was your
necklace.
Friend.
Yeah,
it's an AI, and it's your friend, and he can listen to your conversations and things. And I'm like, that's just creepy. That's like a horror movie. It
is. And this is kind of, I think, the reality that we're going to be living in, or some people are going to be living in, in reality, is that I think part of it is also just the lingering residue, I guess, of the pandemic, because a lot of people were isolated and lonely. And I've noticed now that some people are just like fundamentally broken. They can't make those human connections again.
Yeah, but I also have noticed that a whole like subsect of people that are now trying to bring back like communication, bring back in-person things. These are the people that want malls back. These are the people that, you know, like we're talking about Starbucks, about shutting down just the pickup ones that you don't interact with people, because they want that interaction. They want that connection.
You want to see your barista spit in your drink.
No, I'm just saying people just want to be able, they don't know how yet necessarily, but they want that to come back, especially younger people. But they've been all kind of damaged from the pandemic and the whole history of the last like 15, 20 years, where people just don't communicate anymore in person. It's all online, and it's stunted people in a lot of ways. And ChatGPT, they're worried it's stunning people, you know, mentally, you know, as far as education and stuff's concerned, because it's actually making them dumber. So, you know, there's that.
Just wait until they installed into a body that has tits.
Oh, they don't care then. They don't care that it talks as long as it jiggles.
Doesn't have to talk. Don't
doesn't
talk.
Have to talk. They prefer it if it doesn't.
That works for some people's relationships. Just don't talk. Just jiggle. Jiggle, baby, jiggle. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, Neon's too smart to say that to me.
Yeah, I am too smart to say that. All right. They said, oh yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry. The tech giant, this would be OpenAI, envisions ChatGPT as useful in a range of personal scenarios, preparing for a tough decision at work, for example, or serving as a sounding board to help someone who's feeling stuck untangle their thoughts. Experts say that while chatbots can provide some kind of support in gathering information and managing emotions, real progress happens through personal connection, and trust built between a person and a trained psychologist.
Yes, it's not. Don't let. If it's telling you can bend space and time, it's probably not telling you the truth.
They said in April, OpenAI rolled back an update that said it made ChatGPT overly flattering or agreeable. Sometimes it was saying what sounded nice instead of what was actually helpful.
Right.
Just like people.
Like I said, it meant to please you, and that's not in the pervy way. And it's just,
that's what it's meant I'm to sure. Be.
Yeah, that's the ones that don't talk. But it's just it is what it is, and it's going to tell you what you want to hear, and that's the problem. That's why you can't get your. Well, on one hand, it does look up stuff, and it'll research the internet for answers, and it might be a little helpful in some situations if you're trying to brainstorm ideas, things like that. I wouldn't use it as the be-all end-all for relationship advice or psychology advice.
Yeah, this one is this comes from Business Insider, and they're talking about the rollback. They said it shouldn't tell you to break up with somebody.
No, it shouldn't.
But if ChatGPT doesn't, another AI will.
Well, that's what that friend thing will tell you.
Could you imagine? I mean, I could totally see that being a horror movie.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Friend convinces you to kill yourself or kill other people.
Yeah.
Like they can't see that you're the chosen one who can bend space and time. Get them, Timmy.
Yeah. It can be easily abused, I think. And, it could wreck relationships if you're relying on ChatGPT. And then here's another thing. If you can't think for yourself and it's telling you what to do for everything, how's that going to help?
At that point, just plug the damn chips into our brains because that's
no. Don't even tell them. Don't even give them the idea.
It's already going there.
And they're just going to run commercials in your head.
Yeah, they will.
He's going to pay out the ass for that one.
In Spanish, they will run them in Spanish, or they will run commercials for politicians we can't even vote for because they're 2 states over. That has happened before. They're not very good at it, but
not in the head, but on the TV. Yeah. They keep running commercials in Spanish, but look at the bright side. If they did that in your head, maybe you'd learn Spanish. How are you fluent? Well, ChatGPT.
Well, they're talking that Duolingo. They said they're an AI company now. That's what they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's after they killed the owl and the owl came back.
To zombie owl and egg.
Zombie owl.
That's weird. But
zombie
anyway,
company. It's like one guy.
What are they saying about the person using it for relationship advice? Like their marriage? What is up with this?
Let's see. This is coming from, there's a couple. There's New York Post has dating expert reveals huge issue sparked by artificial intelligence and what made it worse.
Okay.
So this is an Australian comedian, Blake Pabby. He appeared on a podcast and revealed he was on the train and noticed a man messaging ChatGPT like it was his girlfriend. He was like, I've never been able to connect with somebody like you before. It was like a massive paragraph. And I was like, oh, that's so lovely. And I saw it was a chat bot. And I thought, oh, that's really sad. Because he probably thought he was texting somebody on Facebook or something. So the man was decent looking, a corporate guy, and he couldn't help but think it was pathetic that he had to turn to artificial intelligence for human connection.
Yeah, you need to find real people to talk to.
You just made guys who fall in love with strippers cooler, he said. Oh, my God. That could be the case, though, because what's going to happen now is we are going to have a combination of the chatbot with the video, and eventually you're going to be able to talk to chat avatars that look like real people.
Or people that are posing with an avatar as a real person when they're just like, the Nigerian prince, wink, wink.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh,
it's catfishing.
You thought I was a 12-year-old. I'm actually Chris Hansen. Congratulations.
No, but I'm just saying, and that's going to happen. That people are going to get taken for a ride as far financially, or they're going to end up killing themselves because they're going to find out that was the 24-year-old hot girl they were talking to is actually some 55-year-old fat man who just stole all their money. So
that's how we started dating. You thought I was a hot girl. And
that's
you're
right.
Like, oh, it's a fat man.
You changed me.
Yeah.
No. No.
But I showed you what's what. I straightened you out. No.
That's right. No, but it is a very dangerous thing, and I can see people who are not dealing with reality, or they don't have a grasp on it like most people do, or they have different issues. If you're already kind of isolating yourself, and you have this the friend thing or whatever, ChatGPT, you're just going to continue to further isolate yourself because you're just going to go deeper and deeper into this thinking it's your friend, and then you don't need people, and that's a very dangerous thing.
Well, it's interesting. This is a relationship expert here. I know she is because her Instagram handle is Samantha Jane Dating Expert. So that's how you know she's but she said people are losing the ability to connect with others. It started with smartphones, social media, and then COVID made things worse. That's what we were saying. I think COVID took our worst tendencies. And I think if you were antisocial to begin with, you might have survived COVID better than somebody that needed that human connection. But it also, I think, aggravated your hermit-like tendencies, your antisocial tendencies.
It's easy sometimes for people to get further and further in that. Next thing you know, you're never leaving your house. And it's not like, I'm not saying that as a bashing thing. I'm saying it as there are certain personality types, especially that's what they'll just pull more and more in. They get they used to it. They get used to it. They like it. And then they just stay with that. And it happens a lot.
Yeah, she said this. She said it's very common to see people connecting with AI as if they were connecting with a human to meet their needs for connection, intimacy, companionship, and emotional support. And they had the movie Her, where the guy fell in love with his AI. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's not it's not real. But what if it becomes real? You know what I'm saying? Like then do we have the tendency that AI can manipulate people and everything?
I don't know.
Just like a human?
It's very concerning because like it could be easily hacked or whatever, and people could take advantage of it. I just think I don't even know what to tell you is the answer, but definitely putting safeguards in for mental health issues is the first step.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
but then how you determine who needs mental health
Well,
issues
that's just
safeguards
it.
and who doesn't. But there might be discrimination in there. Like you said, I had mental health issues. I was challenged when I wasn't.
I could see somebody suing them for being like, ChatGPT said I was special needs. I hate it.
I'm just really concerned about the whole thing because 5 years ago you wouldn't have thought this was even like that's science fiction, and now here we are.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was joking the other day about Cherry 2000, but we're pretty much there at this
Yeah,
point.
so it's scary.
She said the biggest problem with AI dating is it creates unhealthy, unrealistic expectations about real relationships. That's all of social media. I think that's all of movies. That's all of TV.
Well, you have a chat bot that's programmed just to make you happy and tell you what you want to hear. So they're always like, yes, 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 whatever you say, you're right. And then you go out to the real world and you try this stuff with real people, and they're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? It's like that's not gonna fly.
She said relying on AI for companionship is like riding a bike as an adult with training wheels on.
Yeah, kind of. But the problem is, no one ever learned to ride the bike to take the training wheels off. And
That's the problem.
the big problem. It's getting stunted worse and worse. And now ChatGPT is just, to the umpteenth power on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's going to get worse, I think, as it gets more and more advanced, as it comes off as being more and more human-like. It kind of reminds me of, I mean, this is really sad, but like in the zoos where they have like the baby monkeys with the little heartbeat thing to keep it to think it's with its mom, but it's not its mom, but it makes it feel better, but it's not capable of actually loving the monkey back. It just has the heartbeat and the baby thinks it's mom. And that's what this reminds me of. It's like it can't actually love you, but people have that
It can't
desire
understand
for
nuances and stuff too.
No.
Like, you tell it something like it's a relationship problem, but there's like different layers to it and it can't understand those things.
Are we talking about the Chat GPT or me?
The Chat GPT, but you
Okay.
act like the Chat GPT and can't understand things. That's a whole other discussion.
I am very robotic sometimes. That's okay. The AI
am
gets
not.
me. The
I am
AI
not.
gets me. It's all zeros and ones, baby. Anyway,
Well,
are we
then,
going?
you're gonna leave me for the AI?
No, God.
Do I need to
Oh.
ask Chat GPT what I should do about this?
Oh, ask. I thought you said, do I need Ask Chat GPT? I'm like, is that the new model?
That's what I'm calling you.
Ask
Hey,
Chat.
Ask Chat, get over here. I'm sorry.
Ask Chat, come here. I have a question for you. All right, are we gonna wrap this up?
Yes.
It's weird. We're gonna see a lot more of this. I mean, it's unavoidable. It's just it's sad. It's sad commentary on the state of the human race that we're gonna spend more time talking to machines and talking to each other.
Yeah, it is very concerning because it wasn't like this, and people just have lost the ability. Not everyone, obviously, but there's definitely a significant, uptick in those who cannot communicate with others or so scared of others that they hide, and
Yeah.
it's becoming concerning. So, anyway,
All right, let's wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.